Welcome to another Linden Elevator YouTube help video for elevator mechanics. Today we'll be discussing the leak down problems with the Maxton UC1&1A, 2 and 2A valves. The order we're going to discuss things in does not necessarily mean it's the most likely order for things to happen, but it's the easier way to check these problems. When you have a relevel issue and the valve is releveling everywhere from every second to every 5 or 10 minutes, it can be attributed to a couple of different things. The first thing we want to investigate is our two solenoid tubes. These will be on the down control block, which can be identified by the manual lowering adjuster. It also only has 3 adjustments on the front of the valve. The first test that we want to do is to turn in the DA adjuster. For down accelerate, we want to turn this adjuster clockwise in all the way until you feel it bottom out. Count your turns so that you can put it back when we're done with this test. What we want to do is compare the leak down before and after we do the DA test. So after you turn this in, we're going to compare the results. If we get a significant change in the leak down problem, instead of every couple of moments we go out to 10-15 minutes, the problem will be in one of these 2 solenoid tubes. The test is not conclusive as to which one it is. For ease of this video today, the valve control block has been removed and the solenoid tubes have been loosened so that it's just easier for us to take it apart here in the video. When we take the solenoid tube off, what we'll find is there's a ball cage assembly with a spring on top, this metal piece here, and then a ball bearing that floats on the inside. If this piece comes out with the solenoid tube and it's stuck in there, this is obviously our problem and it needs to be rectified. Most of the time it's just some grit or debris. When we have this out, we will want to go ahead and clean the inside of the solenoid tube. We'll want to clean the ball cage assembly, and then there are seats inside the adjuster or the control block here. Linden elevator seats are a square seat with corners knocked off and a hole in the center. Maxton uses a plastic seat with holes around the outside and one in the center. Both seats work equally well in our opinion, and we just choose to use the brass on our terms. The ball cage on the inside here has a habit sometimes of collecting very fine magnetic debris. And if you take the snap ring and ball bearing out, what you do is you expose the internal portion here, and what we need to do is to make sure that this entire area is cleaned out in the back, because it has a chance for recontaminating by dropping material in as it operates up and down. Another potential leak point on this valve is manual lowering. If you have a problem manual lowering, you'll want to open it up, flush it, then screw it back in and snug it as tight as you can. If the problem gets better, it may need to be re-flushed again and re-snugged up again. The most likely place for the leak down to occur will be in the down main piston. Now this assembly is on the top of the valve. This one is from a UC-2A. You can tell by this fitting on the side, which has a tube that runs to the bottom. Always, your valve must have no pressure internally when you're making any adjustments to the inside of the valve. For example, removing this solenoid tube or removing this entire assembly. When we remove this assembly, what we're looking for, and you'll see in this one there's a brown rubber O-ring that goes around the outside of this piston. When debris comes in, it gets pinched as this piston closes up against the seat and the seal that it matches with inside the valve, and it either ruins this O-ring or becomes impressed into the O-ring, causing a potential leak down point. While we're here, we're going to discuss the filter screen on the Maxton valves. This one is found underneath the control block. There will be a rubber O-ring that goes around it, and it's just a very small filter screen. There is a corresponding filter screen underneath the up control block. The check valve also is a potential leak down spot on the Maxton UC1&1A UC-2A valves. It is extremely difficult to work on. We do not recommend it in the field. It requires basically disassembling 2/3 of the valve to get at it. If you have any questions, please call us at Linden Elevator at the number that comes at the end of this video. Thank you.